Chapter 5 covers international advertising, and on page 102 you can find a really great list that's going to cover what you need to do as an advertiser in every global market, in a local market, in a regional market, global market, whatever you are advertising in. This is what you need to do. No matter who your consumers are, this is what's going to work and help you sell your product. So there are 13 key takeaways, and the first one is stand for something original and consistent. And it talks about how everyone's seeing the same information, so your response needs to be original. And there are tons of examples throughout the world of this. Second thing is stand for something more. Corporate social responsibility is good, but not enough. Make social action relevant to both consumers and your brand. And be sincere. So the best example I have of this is oil spills. When BP had their oil spill, they responded and it was, oh, this is an accident, and we're very deeply sorry about this. But they really didn't dive into feeling sincere about, oh, we're sorry. They did a lot of things socially responsible about the oil cleanup, but they never really made consumers trust them again, which is a very big problem. Now, Dawn, on the other hand, obviously doesn't cause oil spills, but they do really great. We sell our product to you, and by doing this, you have donated back to wildlife because Dawn wipes all the oil off. And it just gives you this really good sense that you're using a product that you know and you love, and that's doing good because it can. And so that's kind of the difference in taking and standing for something more. So the next thing is innovate and differentiate. So this is, making sure that you're showing us something different. You're showing the consumer something that makes your product better. Converse with customers. Social media gives consumers a voice, but the consumer is not always right. So create a dialogue that can persuade. A lot of times you can find things you can find it on social media, but this is something that a lot of times they don't do very well on social media as far as persuading you. They can respond to issues, but they're not so great about persuading you to buy your products, things like that. The next thing is talk clearly and listen closely. Invest in content that people will talk about and share, so you will be heard above the clutter. This past summer, Coca-Cola launched a Share Coke campaign, and everyone was talking about it. Everyone wanted to buy Coca-Cola products just to see if they could get their name on it, to remind people of how good Coke is and how it's going to be a summer staple. It's something that you drink at picnics or the 4th of July. And so it really made Coca-Cola the product to have this summer. And I'd imagine if you looked at Coke versus Pepsi sales this summer, Coke won by far. Be honest and open. If not, you will get caught. Transparency is key. The biggest example I have of this is the NFL. They are a brand like any other. They have to make consumers want to watch NFL and buy NFL products and things. And so with all of the abuse stories that are coming out about the NFL, a lot of people aren't trusting them. They are not being honest and open about what they know about their players or how they are responding to their players. And it's just creating this really bad atmosphere for the NFL. Build trust. This is kind of the same along of the NFL, but it's also, maintaining that you're going to be there throughout any issue like a recession or anything like that. It's more popular than that. Deliver a great experience and value. Shiny new objects are fine, but only if they are reliable and do not frustrate customers. It's so easy to get a product because it's brand new and be frustrated by it. That kind of goes with like iPhones and iOS 8. A lot of people wanted to upgrade because it was shiny and new to the iOS 8 on their regular phones, and they crashed, that it took too long, anything like that. But you can also upgrade to like an iPhone 6 and you have a great product that's going to last you. It's designed really well for the future. And so that really plays into, creating a product that's worth the money, creating a product that people are going to love and trust and feel that's reliable for years. Grow and protect brand value. Now this one's crucial, and this says your brand promise must lead and be fulfilled at all times across all cultures. And one of the things that I thought of that was KFC. Kentucky Fried Chicken is a global market, it's a global restaurant. Everyone knows what a KFC is. That's how Kentucky is known in a lot of places in the world. And having worked at a KFC, you know, people care if it's the same in Tennessee or Ohio or Maine. There was once a customer from Maine that came to Kentucky Fried Chicken in Kentucky just because they could. And it was important, you know, across those cultural lines, let alone the fact that we have the World Chicken Festival coming up. So the next one's be consistent and flexible. Deliver the same coherent global message across cultures, but express it in a way that resonates locally. I'm sure there are examples of this. Hyundai did a great job throughout the World Cup at, you know, showing why their car is going to be important through everything. World Cup advertisements are really, really great examples of global advertisements because even though they still resonate with Americans, they are obviously not just designed for us, and it's a really easy way to see those advertisements. So the next one's measure and act now. Measure and act now means that you create a standpoint and you know what you're going to do and you know how you're going to do it, and you're able to see the results of your advertising campaign. It doesn't matter if you're not solving the problem, if you're not selling more things, if you're not making people trust in your company more, no advertisement's going to matter. It's not important. So you have to measure. And the last one is break the rules. Sometimes it's important to break the rules, and you always have to know when that is a good time. So be creative, you know, figure out why you're doing something, and then do it. And so those 13 things, which are stand for something original and consistent, stand for something more, innovate and differentiate, converse with customers, talk clearly and listen closely, be honest and open, build trust, deliver a great experience and value, grow and protect brand value, be consistent but flexible, measure and act now, and break rules, will help guide any advertising marketer or whoever to the correct way to reach their public.